Another slide that actually shows how we are actually moving in from an IT world into a business world. And this is again from Viva, showing how we need to start with a CRM solution, an end-to-end solution that actually works across the company, having a unique ID for our customers, starting to measure and segment them differently. We need to have, of course, more data here that would actually help. Closed-loop marketing, how can we start thinking on whether, and this is a very practical first step, the indications that are within the CRM, are they useful? Are the customers the right ones? What should we do? And then probably some sophistication starts to rise where we start thinking on whether which KPIs are important, how good is good enough, and how we can actually build on that more channels, wrap around it a more broad way of connecting with physicians, but even continue in checking the effectiveness, something that other people coming from other industries look at channel attrition and so on, and then starting to multi-channel segment and see how that actually relates back to actual sales. So for example, if I'm sitting in Spain and I'm thinking that in the area of Barcelona that we're actually in, I have a segment of customers that I'm frequently interacting with physicians. And probably some of them have an appetite to learn more information about my brands and my company online. And they do this twice a week and so on. If I put in place such a program and I benchmark against an area that I'm only targeting with reps, probably I can see the level of effectiveness that has in my results. And yes, some of you might think that there are some carryover results or some already implemented solutions that carry some weight forward. But after a point and trying different approaches would actually start to show which ones are actually working or not. So in order to build a multi-channel capability successfully internally, we need to have, by all means, a unique view of the customer across the company. We need to have and know that that specific ID, that specific customer is a single person, a single entity, and I know all the ways throughout the company, from my commercial side, from my medical side, that I'm connecting with. We need to be able to have an infrastructure based on a single CRM solution that actually helps with analytics, with execution, but also with channel attribution. How much does each channel work for which segment, and how can we actually make more of it? And of course, and this is something that's also coming up in other industries again more and more, and I've seen some roles also within pharma on customer experience. Then we have specific people starting to think on, is this customer happy? Does the experience that he gets with a company like Novartis or yours good enough for him? Is it valuable for him? Does it answer his needs? And this is just an example of a way of orchestrating and putting together different KPIs and different specific channels and seeing which ones work. So probably when you put up a website, you can check the visitors to see if it's visited enough. But if you start looking at the time that people spend within the website, you probably start getting an understanding on the first engagement, how good that is, how better that could be done. The more people are visiting and the more they're using the content over time probably indicates how much they are engaging with our brands, how much more loyal they can be and so on. And then it's at a point where you can start thinking on what could that customer want? What could we build for them that is useful for our loyal customers and start implementing it? And I picked websites. They could do the same exercise for mobile apps, for social media, and I'm sure that people who are working more and more in these specific areas, determining which KPIs are actually signaling which stuff in the customer journey probably are more important.